The news these days has been all about the police and what to do about the police, the society's relationship to the police. What I find very striking and significant is the fact that not only the United States is having huge issues now at the end of 2014 going into 2015 all around police force, that section of society, that subculture. Also, it's going on in Mexico. So look at the connection, look at the parallel. It is also happening in many other places. Anywhere that there's demonstrations against the government, it's always involving the police, the long arm of the law. So take a look at this. United States, America, tons of protesting. People are not going to take the intimidation anymore of the police. Mexico, people also not going to take the intimidation of the police. Look at this that's going on. I just want to show you with the webcam. It's not very professional, but take a look. And what we have here is that 43 abducted Mexican students are the victims that people are protesting about. They did DNA testing on the remains, and they found out that it was one of the students. So this means that they did kill the students, and it is confirmed. So this is very horrific. This is confirmation, because at first they weren't sure. They didn't know if, you know, it's just suspicion, or they disappeared, or they're still being, but it's true that these bodies that were burned are now confirmed to be the missing students. Okay? So how did that happen? Mexican police were in on it. Mexican police took these students who were dissidents, who were protesters, who were against the police and against the government corruption, and so the police... Are you going to go get washed and brushing your hair and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, good, okay.
Someone goes to the bathroom.
Okay, no, someone's in the bathroom, but it's okay. And these young students, who are obviously politically active, were taken by the police and then kept in an area where executions happened. So the police took place in the executions, and the drug cartels, and basically that's the same thing. They're working in collusion. So the government is totally corrupt in these areas, of these pockets of this kind of like chaos and craziness. You can't tell the difference. There is no difference between a cop and the even the feds and the drug dealers, the gangs, the cartels. The cartels are basically, they're so embedded, they're so infiltrated into the countryside, into the society, that it's like every other person. So if somebody wants to get out of that system, after this, like out of this feudalistic system of injustice, then they are going to be in danger. And they're seeing this now, so everyone who can is rising up in solidarity to protest the police. And I wondered, like, how can all this be going on at the same time? Is this a plan of the New World Order to get everybody stirred up, to be divided and conquered? Possibly there's a lot of things going on like that, because I already analyzed for you the racism angle, and I said that much more than the racism. I know that Daniel Pranoleo, the cop in Staten Island, was racist. I know that's pretty obvious. He just likes to kill. He has that mechanism, and so he needs to be arrested. But go back in the other room. Okay, and I analyzed that for you about racism, but I said it's the greater struggle. The real truth of it is that it's class struggle, class warfare. It is the upper class trying to keep the lower class down. It's the pyramid structure. So they're really getting heavy-handed and manipulating these things, not only after the incident happens, but to the extent of the media frenzy and the media spin on it to do the lies and the propaganda. Okay, so all that is going on. But let's take a look at this higher spiritual angle, and we're going to go to that page. Hold on a second. Here's infinity. Whoa! Okay, so now what you're seeing on my screen with the webcam directly filming it is this is the present position of the planets. Here is the Earth and the Moon, and it's just past full moon as it shows, and it's coming back around into the last, well, this third quarter, and then into the final quarter, which becomes the new moon. But take a look at what Uranus is and Jupiter. We just come from being closer to Uranus. We're approaching Jupiter right now, because everything goes in this way, a counterclockwise motion. That's how they usually display it. So look at around the edge of the circle is where everything is, okay, in the zodiac constellation. Taurus, Gemini, where is the sun? When we're looking at the sun is in Sagittarius right now, if you can see that right there. But here's what's significant. Look over here at Mars and Neptune. Mars and Neptune are almost conjunct. And what they are seems to be about square, not only with Mercury, because Mercury is a fast mover, but Mars and Neptune is being square to Saturn. Not exactly square, but almost square. So this is a lot of tension. Not only that this is a lot of tension in the square, but just here, just this line. Forget about this part. Look at this line. That's called a conjunction. Mars and Neptune being together. Okay, let's talk about that. What I want to say about Mars and Neptune, it's a very difficult transit as far as Mars being always the force of violence, guns, struggle, masculine energy, testosterone, wars, you know, struggles between men. I defined the translation of Ferguson was the seed or the descendants that come from man's vigor, man's force. So Ferguson is a perfect title on this whole thing for America. I didn't analyze it for Espanol and for what's going on in Mexico, but it's Acapulco, Iguala, you know, all this kind of stuff is going on, and they're going against the president, Peña Nieto. So anyhow, that's a whole other issue with the names and numerology. But Mars, I already was trying to explain. Hey! And Neptune is a planet of otherworldliness. It is a planet of confusion. It can be drunkenness, drugs. Neptune is about just dissolving away things. So Mars coming into contact with Neptune can really bring a lot of issues for questioning and putting a cosmic magnification onto Mars, or Mars coming to that. So see, because Neptune is otherworldly and it's not like in our world, it's the farthest planet out, so it gives you like the possibility to like get to way out there to where nobody can understand it. You know, it's about humanity and everybody getting along. The higher vibration of Neptune is about peace and harmony, but it also rules over illusion, and so the confusion and the illusion also become part of how they run Hollywood. Neptune's a big thing for Hollywood. It's about acting and stuff. So the combination of Mars and Neptune, as I showed you in the solar system right now, I think that it has a part to do with the news today and the trends. Now, I want to show you my friend's website. He talks a lot about this stuff. He is a great writer and researcher, as I talked about my last video. lewisacker.com, and he talks all about the different planets. It's just basically essays. It's a lot of reading. So if you have any time and you have the patience to study these things, there he is. So he's part of the network here, and he does specialize in planetary analysis, astrological, also astronomy. The guy's a really big science researcher. He does a lot of metaphysics and also like paraphysics, however you want to divide it. You know, they're all interrelated, the paranormals. Plus he does study about extraterrestrials and that type of thing, like other life in the universe, out in the galaxy, cosmic stuff. So I think that this will continue to go on even if Mars and Neptune is just an additional effect, because remember, what's outside of the world, as above so below, but outside of the Earth with the solar system is not the only thing that rules over us. In fact, it doesn't even have to rule over us. It's just like the gods on Mount Olympus. They have their influence on us, but we as mortals and humans, we have our own life to live. So we're not controlled by it. There are other influences that come within that are unseen and sometimes unexplainable. But the things that we can see now and observe with telescopes and just with the naked eye, planets, celestial influences, it's not everything. Okay, so I have to look for other reasons. See, I've tried to find it in the stars. It gives me a little bit of the information. Now I have to like search within. Sometimes the best way to do it is just to pray and to ask. Prayer is a question. So we're going to ask right now, and we want to know what is going on, what are the real reasons, what's behind the scenes, what is hidden, what are the forces and the influences, what is manipulating things in the world today. I should have put that light on. It makes better resolution with the webcam. I'm praying to ask for this, and we will get the answers, and some of the viewers will have the answers, and you can put your comments here and let us know, where is all this coming from, the trend, the momentum of this in the news, in the media, on the streets, in people's mind, their consciousness. Why is it about the police doing this? And by the way, the whole Bundy Ranch thing happened in the last year. Bundy Ranch. So that's the federal police having excessive power and overstepping and intimidating, and the patriots rising up. So you have this one step after the other, and what's going to win out? You know, what are the sides? Is it us versus them type of thing? And we really need to find out who is going to resolve this, who's going to be the leader through this struggle, who is going to get us through, because the trouble has just begun, and it's going to hit the fan before you know it.